There's no such thing as a bad dog, just bad dog owners. Ask Rhonda. She claims her neighbour's dogs broke into her yard and savagely attacked hers. Now she has to decide whether to break her lease after just moving in or risk another attack.
Imagine if I had a child and my child was out there.
Just wind your window down for a minute.
Is this about the dog?
Yeah, mate, it is.
It's disgusting to think as an animal owner and an animal lover that somebody could see that and pull their dogs in and just push the fence back together and leave a dog basically for dead.
Rhonda Batchelor lives in fear. Won't even venture into the backyard of her home in Sydney's western suburbs. And here's why.
Good girls.
Rhonda has two dogs, 8-year-old Shelby, a Bull Arab cross, and Marley, 6, a Rottweiler Kelpie cross.
They're my babies.
Are they?
They're my girls. I love them.
Last month, the human resources specialist was at work at Nine Entertainment. When she got home that night, she found a scene of horror in her backyard.
There were pools of blood everywhere and I was calling out to Shelby and not getting a response.
Then she found her.
She was semi-laying, trying to stand on the grass, shaking, ripped open. She had gashes and puncture wounds all over her head to toe. She was covered in blood.
Remarkably, Marley hadn't been touched.
She was pristinely clean. Not an ounce of dirt, blood or saliva on her.
So do you think Shelby was protecting Marley?
I think so. I think so.
Rhonda immediately called her estranged husband and they rushed Shelby to the vet.
She was ripped open under her chest, in her neck, up the insides of both of her back legs were just ripped open and she was bleeding and I thought she died on the back seat of the car.
At the vet, Shelby did almost die.
Heartbreaking. Be like losing a child. Anyone who's got animals and loves them knows what that means.
Rhonda had no idea what had happened to Shelby until she later examined the back fence and found evidence of damage which appeared to have been repaired.
We saw that there are shreds and tears in the Colorbond fencing and I pulled one of the outdoor chairs to the back fence and literally just peered over and there were 3 staffies and the one that was looking at the fence saw me, just launched itself at the fence at me. And so I had to recoil off the chair and come inside and I haven't been into my backyard since.
While her lease forbids Rhonda from having her dogs inside, they are allowed in the backyard. Rhonda is convinced that while she was at work that day, the neighbour's 3 Staffordshire Bull Terriers broke through the fence.
I know from a neighbour that I spoke to that he heard a ruckus that happened in the morning.
She could have been out there for hours, suffering.
That's probably one of the hardest things. And how she survived, I still don't know.
Rhonda Batchelor took her complaint to Penrith Council, who sent an inspector. She claims she overheard a conversation in which the Staffy's owners admitted to that inspector they had retrieved the dogs from Rhonda's backyard.
So I know that they were in our yard, I know that they pushed through the fence, and I've got a vet report that's consistent with a dog that's being attacked by multiple dogs.
To this day, Rhonda has heard nothing from the Staffy's owners. A Current Affair tried to speak with them several times. Clearly, they weren't keen.
Yeah, mate, it is.
Yeah, mate, go and see the council.
No, we want to speak, no, just...
Penrith Council says its investigation is complete.
I received an email saying that the council investigation concluded that there were those dogs in my backyard, but they could not prove what had happened, which is just ludicrous, and that they're not taking any action whatsoever.
So Rhonda, what do you want to see come out of speaking with us about this?
I can't have my girls here. I can't have them in the backyard at all because it's not safe. It's not safe for me in the backyard. Those dogs need to go. I'm not about asking someone's dogs to be destroyed because I'm an animal lover, but the only other choice that I will then have is to have to move.
Penrith City Council says it's sympathetic to Rhonda but can't take any action because it has no proof which dog or dogs was responsible for the attack on Shelby. Unless an eyewitness comes forward or there is some new evidence, that's the end of the matter.